Good afternoon, sports fans. Welcome to Level Up Sports 10, WTP Sports Dudes. We are here to talk college football. And man, we seen a great game from those Notre Dame Fighting Irish yesterday. And a dismantlement is what I'm going to call it. I don't even know if that's a word. Dismantlement of the Georgia Bulldogs. And, you know, I've had high praises and been very, stern about how I feel about this Notre Dame defense. And I think we was able to get a good look with nobody but everybody watching this game yesterday, seeing how this Notre Dame team is and how they are a solid but great defensive team. And when it comes to the offense, we can say what we want, but when your quarterback outrushes the whole team, and you have ETN as your running back, that says a lot within itself. So you got to get an offensive line for Notre Dame. Massive respect because at the end of the day, they're continuing to make holes and make a way for these runs to happen, for their quarterback to succeed. And he had 14 carries for 80 yards, which was more than a Georgia Bulldog team by, I think, 11. They ran 29 times for 62, so that was 18, almost 20 yards more, just for the quarterback alone over the Georgia offensive rushing attack. So, kudos to Notre Dame defense and kudos to Riley Leonard for getting the job done. Freeman and the play call that he made, and as well as the big return. Now, key fact about the return man: 18 catches, 215 yards, one touchdown on the season. That is Jaden Harrison that we talking about, who had that big kickoff return. And to get the second touchdown of your senior season, for it to be as big as that was, that carried the momentum throughout the rest of that second half in the game for Notre Dame. And man, when I say this is a scary team, and I'm going to continue to say that. I said this from the start of the playoffs when they had to play Indiana in South Bend, the Battle of Indiana. That was it right there. They came out in the next round. What did they just do? Thump, thump. So in the next round, I'm taking the Notre Dame Fighting Irish over those Penn State Nittany Lions. And the over and under is 46 and a half, and Notre Dame is favored by 1.5 in this game. I'm taking the Fighting Irish. When you talk about two defenses, you talk about two offenses when we really don't know who's who. And I'm kind of seeing this in this Final Four. We know who the quarterbacks are for the Ohio State University and the Texas Longhorns, hook 'em. And when it comes to Notre Dame and Penn State, Allard and Leonard, respectively, they have led their teams to the Final Four in the college football playoff throughout a tough college football season. Here, Notre Dame, who's lost to Northern Illinois, everyone want to speak about that. Guess what? They're in the Final Four. They just knocked off the Georgia Bulldogs. Not many teams can say they've done that this year. And to put that in perspective, they have all Americans on that defense. And Xavier Watts, who played a hell of a game. And you have Jack, what is it, Kaiser? Boy, that boy will lay the hammer down any down. And this Notre Dame team overall, they continue to hit you in the mouth. We talking about one of them classic Tyson Holyfield. You're talking about Muhammad Ali. Oh man, Muhammad Ali. Who? Oh man, just so many great bouts you can relate to this game that we have coming up. So when it comes down to the quarterbacks, I'm going with Notre Dame. I'm going with Riley Leonard. I'm going with that rushing attack, and I'm going with the passing attack that we really haven't seen all season, even in this playoffs. But we know that Notre Dame possess, and it can get to a point to where they have to use that pass in this game. And I feel they will make the passes necessary in order to come out with whether it's a third down or just making plays happen, as well as on the side of that run game. We know what the run game is for Notre Dame. We know how much it means to them, and it's been a very successful thing for them as they continue to move through this playoff. And Penn State, they've made me a believer. I'm not going to take nothing away. They got a double-headed monster in Singleton and Allen. Then you add Warren to the mix, and then you got that defensive front, that defensive linebacker core. They call it linebacker U, and then those safeties as well. The All-American and one, I believe, who just missed the list, but he's a Big Ten first team. Man, I'm going with the Irish. That's all I can say. When it comes to that game. Now, a lot of people didn't even have the Irish going this far. But me, myself, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fans are going to be rooting for the Irish after what they did to the Georgia Bulldogs. And not so fast, as Lee Corso would say. I thought I was getting to that game. But we got a couple of games today. We got one coming up in about 34 minutes. We got North Texas versus Texas State. And this is in Dallas, Texas, Cowboy Stadium. Texas State is favored by 14 points, and then the over and under 65 and a half. I've seen a little bit of Texas State earlier this season, this in Dallas, but I'm going to take North Texas in the upset, and I'm going to go with the over because these teams, they definitely will score a lot of points. There's going to be some NFL scouts checking out a couple of the players as well. So myself, I like doing things like this. They got Texas State favored, so I'm going North Texas and the points, and I'm going to just take the over just because I feel they're going to definitely put some points on the board today. Bowl game, definitely. Why not? And then the next one we got Minnesota at Virginia Tech. You got a Big Ten ACC banger. And when I say banger, I've been saying that about all these bowl games because you got conference matchups, and a lot of people match up the conferences against each other in different ways and speculate things, even going into the next season. Having a win under your belt from a different conference definitely puts you in a different position, as well as just getting a win in that bowl game to move forward for that spring practice and all those good things, recruiting, transfer portal, you name it. So with this one, they got Minnesota favored by 10. I'm an ACC guy. This one is going to be played in Carolina in Raymond James Stadium where the Panthers play. So I'm going with the Virginia Tech Hokies over the Big Ten in this one, and I'm going to go with the over because I think they definitely going to get some style points and quite a few points put up on the board, even with players that's been leaving in a portal, things like that. I still feel that there's players out there that has to prove themselves and will prove themselves in that game today, and that's followed up after that 4 o'clock game we have between those, the North Texas and the Texas State game. And then our game that a lot of people have been waiting to see. I don't know if it's been 10 years, if it's been 15 years. It's been a long time. The Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Texas Longhorns. I'm going to just sit here for a few. Man, this is the game. This is the game. Everybody's been anticipating the possibilities of the Ohio State, Texas, whichever way you want to say this battle. And everybody think they know my pick, but they really, really don't know my pick yet because, there's always a lot of things that goes in to these picks. It take all week sometimes for us to figure out our picks. And man, this is a tough pick, man. I don't know who I got, man, but when I say this is probably what's going on, nephew, I am there in the building, man. Appreciate you joining and watching, man. This is probably one of the toughest picks because the Buckeyes, man, they've been rolling. And that receiver, this is the new hashtag for now on when you mention the guy that's been catching that ball. From Level Up Sports 10, WTP Sports Dudes, here from now on moving forward through the duration of his career, Smitty from O Block 4 is what you got to address that man as and call that man. You heard it here first. You could check the hashtags, all that good stuff. You're not going to see many, but unless you jump in these here streams these last few days, it's Smitty from O Block 4. And I got one for that man Golden, too, because he's out there snagging the ball and doing big things for Texas. When it comes to those receivers and when it comes to every level of play, defensive line, offensive line. Those questions have also been answered on the side of the Buckeyes. They've been able to run the ball. They might not be running off 150 on each back or 125 like the usual in some games they have, but that offensive line is looking very good. Next man up at City League TV, ask somebody, man of many hats. He always say, next man up. And that's definitely how they've been playing in these last few weeks and in this playoff within itself, standing stout and being silver bullets that they are. Now, as we speak about these Texas Longhorns, they've been playing some quiet football. They've been under the radar. A lot of people don't feel they should be here, but guess what? It's the FINAL4. It's only 4 teams there. You got Notre Dame, you got Penn State, you got Texas, and you got the Ohio State Buckeyes. So now back to this Texas team. They playing football, they winning games, and they're in the FINAL4, and they are a game away from the first college football 12-man playoff championship game. This is tough. You got Barron, you got Makuba, you got Hill, you got the defensive line. You got so many different players on both sides of the ball for the Buckeyes, for the Longhorns. That's going to come out and play such a game to where we just going to see nothing but fireworks. And when you're seeing all these fireworks in this game, it's just nothing but eyes on TV. TV remotes loud, and you just watching great football. So for me, when you break down the receivers, you got Smitty from O Block. You got Smitty from O Block 4. And nephew Allende said pure fireworks, man. I don't want to give too much away or go too much into the grind. We got so much left before this game comes in and this game comes on. Because when all the guys are in here and when we get it going, man, it's gonna be a 2-hour show. And this Ohio State Texas game is probably the game that we've been looking forward to most, because we knew the possibilities, the way Ohio State been playing, that they could pop Oregon. And as they said, they put belt to Heine. We know what they did, but they put belt to Heine on them Ducks. And Notre Dame said, we'll double back and do it to them Bulldogs for y'all, Texas, and y'all prepare for the Bucks. But I'm just talking spit, man, as I always do, man. And when I say these few weeks that we have left of this college football, man, when I say we must enjoy, but most importantly, support your squad, support your team. It don't matter if your team in the playoff or not. I'm a Seminoles fan. It's Seminoles, FSU, all day long, and it don't stop. As the late great DB said, it don't stop, and it's all love, man. And when you talking sports, man, you just still want to support your team regardless, because you're a fanatic. We fanatics. Us here at WTP Sports Dudes, Level Up Sports 10. That's all we do, man. We just love the sports. We come to you funky fresh. We bring it to you every single day. And believe me, just stay tapped in. Just stay locked in, because it's going to be stream after stream after stream leading up to the big week between Penn State, Nittany Lions, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Then you got the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Texas Longhorns. And man, I'm talking about the superstars out. Ohio State. I wonder if they're gonna bring wide receiver U out for this big game. I wonder if they're gonna bring the wide receivers out. That they the past, present. I know some of the players they're gonna possibly bring out. Brown might even make an appearance in this one. You know he's gonna gift them that good bag though. He gonna gift them that good bag with their cleats. They look, Brown gonna get his boys right. Texas, they got the biggest kneel. And we was talking about that. We thought it was the Buckeyes, but Texas, they got long money too. So we know Vince Young gonna be there. We know Matthew gonna be there. We know he gonna be in the building. He coming. He might drop him some beats, some cleats, and whatnot. But just talking spit, man. This is probably one of the biggest and most anticipated games in years, man. Um, I'm not gonna say it's the national championship before the national championship because that's what it is, but it just might be the national championship of the college football playoff. But I'm gonna say my hands up because I think them Notre Dame Fighting Irish is just sitting in the cut talking about y'all forgot about us. We're gonna keep doing what we do and we're gonna get down to business. It's a business trip. Nothing's personal. It's just all business. So Notre Dame just been packing their bags, preparing for whatever. And this next team up on the list, I think they're ready to knock them off too. As I chose Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. And I'm gonna go with the over. I know I chose the over, and they didn't quite get that. They was off by a few, but them block punch that they missed, I think they capitalized in this game against Penn State on that road to 46 and a half to get the over and the dub in a great fashion. Notre Dame club. So I'm going with Notre Dame again once I said that. And of course, this game here, a lot of people, who you picking? Who you picking? Man, you're not going to know, man, till we get them dudes in here. When we all in here, that's when we pick when it comes to these big games. And this one here, nobody's going to know, man. Nobody's going to know nothing at all. But one thing I'm going to say for show, Smitty from O Block 4 is the new hashtag. So when you talk about Jay, that guy over there in the scarlet and gray, Smitty from O Block 4. That's what you got to say. And man, y'all know me and my sports. I really think about a lot. If you watch my social media, I hashtag a lot of things. So I try to find that freshness to a hashtag. Smitty from O Block 4. That's the hashtag. That's the new nickname. That's what I'm rocking with. That's what we rocking with. Y'all know what we do here, man. Level Up Sports 10, WTP Sports Dudes. Man, we talk our spit. We come to you funky fresh every day of the week. It's Friday. We normally don't stream on Fridays, but we've been coming to you with the flavor because we got to. We have to. It's a must we do because we got to get it out and we got to let it loose and let you know about what's going on in our heads and our thoughts to see what's up with your thoughts and your mind to let us know what's fine. And we ain't talking about that fine china or wine. We talking about the college football FINAL4 on the playoff side. And it's going to get real good come next weekend. So, what's going on, nephew? See you in there tuned in. It's good to see you in here, man. I'm just talking to spit, man. This Buckeye Texas game, and you got, Penn State, Notre Dame. Not going to talk much about your Ducks, man. It's just a great season to your Ducks. Great season, and things happen. I'm a Seminole fan, and I'm sitting here still upset about our season, but looking forward to the next. So, with that being said, I know who you going for in this game that's going on next week. You just hit me up. We'll chop it up about that, all that good stuff, man. But as we get back in tune to the fact of the games being bigger than monstrous Thunder and King Kong Godzilla. It's one of those matchups between these Buckeyes and these Longhorns. I've been here like everyone for real. I just be Appreciate you, nephew. Man, I'm doing all right, man. Just chilling, man. Just working, staying to it, and doing what I do best, man. Is bringing the content to the people, y'all, everybody else that's liking and subscribing, man, on the daily, like we always do, man. Always love and make sure that when you talk about people, when they talking them scarlet and gray bullets, them silver bullets, I'm talking that they call him Smitty from O Block 4. That's the new hashtag, nephew. So make sure you let them know. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, man, for those who's liking and subscribing, we appreciate you. I just wanted to come in, chime in, just say a few things about these matchups we got coming up, man. It's a lot going on in college football, and when you talking big games, big weeks, these Notre Dame fighting Irish is just kicking feet, and all they doing is just winning games, building up the prestige, and getting back to Notre Dame football. So it's good to see them on the prowl. It's great to see Penn State winning big games. Franklin, hats off to you. Freeman, hats off to you. Shark, hats off to you. Day, hats off to you. Final 4, we see you. Level Up Sports 10, WTP Sports Dudes, City League TV Man of Many Hats, Zen Master Zay, Parlay Poe, all our likers, all our subscribers. For those who's new, we appreciate you. And WTP Sports Dudes, you know I'm always gonna let you know, man. Without you, nothing would be possible, man. And we appreciate you, man. Continue to enjoy your vacation. Can't wait to see you when you get back in. And you know we're gonna get right back to it. Pop in with another stream tomorrow, just doing a little recap. No, early enough to talk that Who They Pittsburgh. Yeah, big games in the NFL coming tomorrow, and my Cincinnati Bengals are trying to get in with a win and a little smidget help, and hopefully we could get it. All love to the people out there. As we say here at Level Up Sports 10 and WTP Sports Dudes, stay locked and loaded to us when we hit your notification, because we just going to come to you always funky fresh, man. Every day is a great day. We're going to continue. It's 2025. Happy New Year once again to all the people out there, man. Just be positive. Just continue to be positive out there this year, moving forward. And we here at Level Up Sports 10 can't wait to see you live on one of these Friday night City League TV games. No matter where we at, WTP Sports Dude is going to be with the City League TV as well. We all going to be in the building, catching a glimpse of the talent we have here in the city. So until next time, as we always say, peace here at Level Up Sports 10 and WTP Sports Dudes. We out. One love.